Good evening, everybody. I would like to call this regular meeting of council to order at 7 p.m. on January the 10th, 2023. We will stay seated for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. As we gather this evening, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of the council and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. And we'll move on to the mayor's address. Welcome back to staff and council. I hope everyone had a restful holiday and were able to enjoy some time with family and friends. Special thanks go out to our public works staff for the excellent job over the Christmas season, keeping our roads plowed and sanded. The major storms we experienced crippled airports and closed some highways, causing major travel delays. Poacher Union Public Library received an early Christmas gift when they received notice that the grant they applied for was approved, resulting in $27,000 for their technology revitalization project. Thanks to the library staff for the time and effort invested in this successful application. Staff are in the process of drafting our 2023 budget, and council is reminded to submit your top 5 wish list items. As well, volunteers are still needed for the Ontario Winter Games scheduled for the 1st and 2nd week of February. I did receive last night an update on the Winter Games from the chairperson, Peter Eman, and so that is included in tonight's report. Could I get a mover and a seconder that the January 10th, 2023 mayor's address be accepted as presented, moved by Councillor Recchi Schoenfeld, seconded by Councillor Buchwald. Councillor Buchwald? Yes. Councillor Burns? Yes. Councillor Robinson?
Yes.
Councillor Recchi Schoenfeld?
Yes.
Yes. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest in the general nature thereof? Seeing none, we have no delegations tonight, so we will move on to reports. Oh, sorry, we'll move on to the adoption of the minutes. I have a resolution that the December 20th, 2022 regular council minutes be accepted as presented. Moved by Councillor Burns, seconded by Councillor Robinson. Are there any additions, corrections, or omissions? Seeing none, Councillor Buchwald? Yes. Councillor Burns?
Yes.
Councillor Robinson?
Yes.
Councillor Recchi Schoenfeld?
Yes.
And yes, it's carried. And that brings us to 7.1 reports, and the first one is on the Lake Dory Lodge. I have a motion that council accepts the Lake Dory Lodge update report as presented.
I don't have that one, Mr. Mayor.
Can we bring that one up on the screen, please?
And would you present it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So renovations are underway. The exterior revitalization is 85% complete. Patio doors are 100% installed. Roof repairs are 100% complete. The foundation repair and construction is 100% complete. Insulation, the dance hall ceiling, they just finished that today, 100% complete. The bathroom is 100% complete, and the kitchen is 80% complete. The new kitchen build is framed. The doors and windows are 100% installed. Lighting 0% complete. The plumbing in the bathroom is now 100% complete and kitchen 50% complete, and the kitchen appliances are ordered and none are installed yet. So some notes, the laundry facilities do not fit in the new bathroom due to the wheelchair turning radius accommodation needs. So the laundry will be moved to the main hall in an enclosed pine cabinet. Please note that the kitchen countertops will all be stainless steel with a 6-inch lip around the wall side. All fixtures will be stainless steel. The upper cabinets will be light gray and the lower cabinets will be dark gray. The original exposed wooden wall of the cottage will be sanded and sealed as a feature wall. The kitchen will include a rolling stainless steel cart for additional preparation surface and for bringing food from the kitchen to the main hall. In keeping with accessibility standards, the floors and doorways will have no lifts or bumps for easy mobility. That's about it.
Thank you very much. Could I get a mover and a seconder to accept, moved by Councillor Robinson, seconded by Councillor Burke? Comments, questions? Councillor Vicky Shonko.
Do you know when the rest will be completed? Is that just like, I mean, appliances whenever they come? So-
It's, so most of the stuff is actually already in the building.
Okay.
It's just, we had that issue with the laundry, like, you know, where were we gonna put it? So we just made a decision about that, got a price and made sure it's all in budget. So now it's just, like, it's all easy, like all the difficult stuff, installation, foundation, plumbing, like all that stuff is done. So it's really, now it's just down to the aesthetic stuff,
Okay.
which is great for budgeting because there's gonna be no surprises now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Councillor Buckle,
Yes.
Councillor Burke,
Yes.
Councillor Robinson,
Yes.
Councillor Vicky Shonko,
Yes,
and yes, it's carried, thank you. And the next item, 7.2, is the Golden Lake Skating Loop. And I have a motion that council accepts the report on the Snow Moon Skating Loop and approves extending municipal insurance coverage to the skating loop with the requirement that all insurer recommendations are adhered to. Can I get a mover and a seconder, and then I'll ask Cameron to present. Moved by Councillor Burns, seconded by Councillor Robinson. And Cameron, would you like to speak to this, please?
So, essentially for the, so we had applied for the Ontario Highlands Tourism Organization grant to build our tourist information center and our partnership project with Sean Woods. And we were successful. So they put out another call, with the same pocket of funding. And so because we've already received it, our project would be deprioritized. So instead I reached out to community groups to see if they had a project that we could write a letter of support on. And so we supported the Cottage Cup in an initiative to, this isn't in this report, but in an initiative to build I actually don't know what the status of that one is, but to build an outdoor heated patio area to extend their season. And then we also worked with the Lake Dory Property Owners Association on the Snow Moon Skating Loop. So last year you had approved the motion to do the skating loop from Island View Park. And so this is that project, but like an extravagant version that's grant funded. So essentially, last February, council voted to support an initiative by the Golden Lake Property Owners Association to create a public skating loop on Golden Lake for the community. Council voted to extend township insurance to cover the project, provided that GOPOA adhere to the safety and risk management requirements of the township's insurer. Last December, staff drafted a grant application for local service organizations, Golden Lake Property Owners Association, as well as Bon Tray Recreation and Snowmobile Club, in partnership to develop the skating loop project into a winter tourism destination called the Snow Moon Skating Loop, featuring a signature events. So essentially, it's like the same basic skating loop, except with some special events on certain dates and different organizations being involved. So just an excerpt from the application itself. With the support of North Algona Wilberforce Township, we are creating a beautiful winter wonderland experience with lights, music, rest areas, and decorations at Island View Park. The loop will be open for public use daily and during the evenings from full freeze, hopefully mid to late January, we'll see how that goes, to late March. Additionally, we are partnering with local organizations to provide special events during the installation period of the loop to increase the skating loop profile and provide outdoor recreational enjoyment. The Snow Moon Skating Loop will be open for all, but additionally, we and our community partners will organize signature events taking place at the loop. The Golden Lake Property Owners Association will organize a firefighter appreciation bonspiel to support our local firefighters. Bonspiel is a curling thing. If anyone didn't know that, I didn't know that. So that's great. Here. And rally local organizations for a fun curling competition out on the ice. So if anyone wants to put together a team to participate in this curling bonspiel, that would be great. The Bontrae Recreation and Snowmobile Club will organize a family day weekend with a snowmobile and skate event, as well as a snow sculpture competition. Finally, the Golden Lake Property Owners Association, supported by North Algonah Wilberforce Township, will organize a snow moon dance out on Golden Lake. So the snow moon is on February 5th. So the idea is they're gonna get, the grant would cover a sound system, decorations, lights, you know, all the stuff that they wanna have, cider, hot chocolate, I don't know, whatever, with their team of volunteers. And everything is gonna be, in the grant is gonna be powered by solar and just right out on the ice, so no, you know, crazy extension cords or anything needed. Yeah,
How long would the loop be, like,
it's 2 kilometers.
2 kilometers?
Yeah.
And so where the loop is, because I'm not familiar with Golden Lake or by that, is there like a current area or is it always gonna be shallow?
I really should have included a map, but essentially, you know, you've got Island View Park, you've got Golden Lake.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out from the point and the shoreline is gonna be decorated with like trees and
Yeah,
lights and things lit up. And it's gonna go up in front of Red Pine Camp, so there's like a whole shallow area that's like 2
Okay.
feet deep or something. So it will all stay above that 2-foot deep area,
right, okay.
which is what you guys had approved last year. So it's just going up in front of Red Pine Camp and around in a loop.
And that's not close to, what's the restaurant? It's escaping my memory.
Sands.
Yeah, is that close to the sand?
Oh, no,
No.
No, that's far.
that's
from
Red
the sand?
Pine Sand.
Okay,
That's on, I was before, right at the end.
okay. No, I was just thinking the sands too, if that was ever there. I mean, it would be a good draw for them too.
Yeah.
But okay, but it's shallow, so I don't have to worry about like somebody breaking through or something like that. And the parking is okay?
And so, okay, parking is definitely an issue. But for the insurance purposes, they're gonna do checks of ice thickness every day.
Mhm.
That's a requirement from the insurer, and they're gonna provide us with a weekly report
Okay,
with all the ice checks, who conducted them, what time, and all of that.
right, okay.
So we do have a whole spec list of
Okay.
requirements and rules.
And then the parking? Is that,
That's a good question.
yeah,
So we will have to, like, there's probably only gonna be maybe max of 10 spaces
okay.
for parking.
What if we have a whole bunch of people?
Yeah, so for the events, that's gonna be something, so we did, I guess Teresa Rask from the Golden Lake Property Owners Association has been approaching different neighbors and she lives in that
Oh,
area
okay.
as well. So they're on it,
They're gonna,
yeah,
yeah.
they
there's a
know
plan.
that parking is probably the number 1 issue.
Okay, there's a plan.
Is there,
Go
Cause
ahead.
this is an
That's the one.
organized class, we're just sort of supporting.
Yeah, I understand. Would there be sort of like a collaboration with the camp? Because usually they're not, anyone, there isn't anyone there in the winter. So, and they do have parking,
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't travel to,
but I'm just saying, for the cost of plowing it and making it available for, especially for those events.
Right,
it-
Yeah.
It might be something that the association would approach them for.
well, so there is someone representing Red Pine Camp on the association board, so I'm
Okay.
sure they,
Have
you know,
collaborated
yeah.
already, okay.
Yeah, because I know they don't usually, like, they just plow enough in for like the maintenance people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like the main parking lots, they don't do. But moving ahead, it wasn't too hard to open that up this year.
oh, no, this year.
Okay.
Just a thought.
yeah, thanks, good point.
Well, yeah, you can get on the loop at either end, right?
Yeah.
That just means walking down from Red Pine's property.
Yeah, and this could potentially grow, you know, and maybe Red Pine Camp wants to be a partner in the future, so.
We're saying cabins,
Well,
Yeah.
who knows, right? Maybe in the future, honestly. Like, the idea of this grant is to create a winter, is to take a summer tourism opportunity and turn it into a winter one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, yeah, the goal of the conference is.
Spring.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, Councillor Buckwell,
Yes.
Councillor Burns,
yes,
Councillor Robinson,
Yes,
Councillor Becker Schoenfeld,
Yes,
and yes, that's carried, thank you. Item 7.3 is the speed sign theft.
you don't have another. There's about the rink, the community skating rink on Golden Lake.
is that last year's?
That's all part of the Snow Moon
Okay.
skating loop.
Yeah.
There was
Is there
just
any-
background
But
information.
is it, are we constructing?
What did the motion cover? Because there's two different reports.
I'm sorry, maybe
I
I'm
think
mistaken.
that one is.
That's the last year report? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've actually then only accepted the report. We haven't given any approval for anything
Right.
in the current one.
Mhm.
As far as
Gotcha, it
insurance
was
and
the
things like that.
attachment, right?
Mhm.
So we would need a motion basically approving the stuff that we did for last year, because that would be expired for this year now.
Yes,
So the resolution reads that you accept the report on this Snow Moon skating loop, which is this year's report. And then also through extending our insurance to cover the skating loop.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we will go back to 7.3, which is the speed sign theft. I have a motion that council accepts the speed sign theft report as presented, and that council does not replace the sign until a better method of securing the signs to the posts is found. Moved by Councillor Robinson, seconded by Councillor Buckles. Comments, questions? Councillor Buckles?
Just a procedural one. I'm assuming we would be processing that under insurance. Would they have any timelines we would have to follow as far as replacement?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, our deductible is more than the cost of the fine.
that's right.
Councillor Evans.
And we did report it to the police,
The
right?
report was made to the yes.
Did they ever say any other ones were stolen somewhere else?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Is it like the one that was on, that cemetery road?
It's similar in nature.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Councillor Buckles,
Yes.
Councillor Burns,
Yes,
Councillor Robinson,
Yes,
Councillor Evans.
Yes.
And a yes, carried, thank you. Item 7.4 is the post-election accessibility. I have a motion that council accepts the post-election accessibility report as presented. Can I get a mover in a second? Moved by Councillor Buckwell, seconded by Councillor Burns. Comments, questions? Councillor Evans.
Is this just something new, or did you always have to do it?
It has been a requirement for you elected, yeah.
Okay, because I never remember seeing it.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Councillor Buckwell,
Yes.
Councillor Burns,
yes,
Councillor Robinson,
yes,
Councillor Evans.
Yes,
And a yes, carried, thank you. Item 7.5, the Bolger Union Public Library. I have a motion that council accepts the Bolger Union Public Library Board and CEO reports as presented. Can I get a vote in a second? Moved by Councillor Buckwell, seconded by Councillor Burns. Comments, questions? Councillor Evans.
is the auction like a silent auction like it had been done? in the past?
online,
Online,
yeah, that's.
just like they
one.
did in the past.
And I just wanted to add that, in speaking to the CEO, it was a great, Christmas present because their computers and, the programs were 2011, so they only had 1 year left before they weren't gonna be supported. And would have had to start including in their budget every year. So this was a great opportunity to not just upgrade all the equipment, but actually get stuff for adding more programs.
Yeah.
Councilor Richardson.
Does the library have an AED?
Okay, what's that?
You know, like
Automatic defibrillator.
those things?
I don't
I
know.
I believe there's one. But I'm not 100% certain, because I know we had that conversation
Yeah.
about that.
Cause I'm just thinking if they don't, it's probably.
don't?
No,
I
I
don't
don't,
remember.
but if they don't,
It was a discussion and I cannot remember because it was discussed with them and then there's the health unit that's below. So whether or not was a go ahead, I can't remember.
yeah, cause I'm just thinking that could be a safe, like, cause so many people
It's-
use the library.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's the usership is really on that.
That's right. Anyway, okay.
I will bring that as a note.
Yeah, because the county's public access defibrillator program would probably provide one there if it was requested.
Okay,
Just a thought.
good point.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Councilor Buckle,
Yes,
Councilor Burt,
yes,
Councilor Robinson,
Yes,
Councilor Richardson.
Yes,
Yes. Gary, thank you. Item 7.6 is the affordable housing. I have a motion that council accepts the affordable housing action plan report as presented and supports the AHAOV vocal group's short-term, midterm, and long-term proposal to address the affordable housing crisis. And further, that council directs staff to write a letter of support for the grant applications. And AHABO again stands for the.
Affordable housing.
house.
Okay, yes. Affordable Housing Alliance of the Ottawa. Perfect. Can I get a mover in a second? Moved by Councilor Rapid, seconded by Councilor Buckle. Comments, questions? Seeing none, Councilor Buckle,
yes,
Councilor Burnt,
yes,
Councilor Robinson,
Yes,
Councilor Rapid,
yes,
and a yes. Barry, thank you. Item 9.1 is correspondence, and this is non-action. Motion of council accepts correspondence items 9.1.1 to 9.1.3 as information. Can I get a moved by Councilor Robinson, seconded by Councilor Buckle. Councilor Buckle,
yes,
Councilor Burns,
yes,
Councilor Robinson,
yes,
Councilor Rector Stonefeld,
yes,
and a yes. Carrie, thank you.
I know that we've already voted on it, but the Winter Games
Yes,
is under 9.3. And in it, it was asking for participants.
if you wanted to discuss it, we would have to pull it from the non-action items.
I'll leave it.
Okay. And that brings us to bylaws. So item number 10 is, now therefore, the Council of North Dakota will propose to enact the following bylaws. Bylaw 2023-01 being a bylaw to authorize spending prior to adoption of the budget. And bylaw 2023-02 being a bylaw to appoint the Committee of Adjustment. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councilor Buckwald, seconded by Councilor Robinson. Comments, questions? Councilor Richardson.
with the spending to adoption, the budget, the first one, that's what we had last year was 30%, right? That's what I thought, I just wanted to double check.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Councilor Buckwald,
yes,
Councilor Burns,
yes,
Councilor Robinson,
Yes,
Councilor Randy Schonfeld,
Yes,
and a yes. Carried, thank you. Are there any matters of urgency? Any notices of motion? Do you have your hand up? Councilor?
no, I was just, this time I was just scratching my head, like, just because it was itchy, not because it was something.
We've done our community reports. So upcoming meetings and unfinished business, so January 17th, which is next Tuesday, is our next regular council meeting. And we have changed that date because of the Roma conference happening the following week. Just a reminder,
Then our next meeting is January 17th.
yes.
That's good.
And that brings us to item 15. The council go into closed session pursuant to section 239, 2A, C, D, E, I, K of the Municipal Act. 1, security of municipal property. 1, acquisition or disposition of land. 1, labor relations and employee negotiations. 1, litigation or potential litigation. 1, information supplied in confidence by a third party. And 1, plans and instructions for negotiations. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councilor Burns, seconded by Councilor Robinson. And council will be going into closed at 7:26 p.m. Councilor Buckles,
Yes.
Councilor Burke,
Yes.
Councilor Robinson,
Yes.
Councilor Randy Schonfeld,
Yes.
I'm a yes. Thank you. We are now in close. And then I have a motion that council approves the funds. Oh, you're gonna bring it up. That council approves the proposed work plan as presented in closed session. Moved by Councilor Buckwald, seconded by Councilor Robinson. Councilor Buckwald,
Yes.
Councilor Burns.
Yes.
Councilor Robinson,
Yes.
Councilor Reggie Schoenfeld.
Yes.
I mean, yes, that's carried. Thank you.
This one's also changed.
Okay. So I don't even really have to fill this out, do I? Okay. So council accepts the report as presented and further resolves to address the safety concerns and direct staff to proceed as discussed in closed session. This is for the lodge. Moved by Councilor Robinson, seconded by Councilor Barker. Councilor Barkwell,
Yes.
Councilor Burns.
Yes.
Councilor Robinson,
Yes.
Councilor Reggie Schoenfeld.
Yes.
And a yes, that's carried. Did we change this one? So I have a motion that council authorizes the mayor and clerk to proceed with the land acquisition as directed in closed session. Moved by Councilor Burke, seconded by Councilor Buckle. Councilor Buckle,
Yes.
Councilor Burke,
Yes.
Councilor Robinson,
Yes.
Councilor Reggie Schoenfeld,
Yes.
and yes, it's carried, thank you. And finally, I have a motion that council directs staff to send a letter of support confirming our participation in the flood hazard identification and mapping project. Moved by Councilor Robinson, seconded by Councilor Reggie Schoenfeld. Try to get you in there someplace. Councilor Blackwell,
Yes.
Councilor Burns,
Yes.
Councilor Robinson,
Yes.
Councilor Reggie Schoenfeld.
Yes.
Yes. Carried, thank you. Finally, our confirmatory bylaw. That bylaw 2023-03 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council for January the 10th. Be read a first and second time this 10th day of January 2023. Can we move over to second, moved by Council Robinson, seconded by Council Schoenfeld. Be read a third time and finally passed this 10th day of January 2023. Council Buckle,
Yes.
Council Burns.
Yes.
Council Robinson.
Yes.
Council Schoenfeld.
Yes.
Yes, that's carried. Here. And finally, this January 10th, 2023 regular meeting, the council adjourns at 10:40 PM. Moved by Council Berg, seconded by Council Buckle. Council Buckle,
Yes.
Council Berg,
Yes.
Council Robinson,
Yes.
Council Schoenfeld.
Yes.
And that's very, thank you.
I think that's a new record for us.